Hosea Chanchez, my heart truly goes out to you. You are a strong person. You are a survivor. Don't ever feel shamed for exposing your truth about being a victim of child molestation. I wish that more people would come out and tell this story, because I do believe if people choose to, this crisis, I call it a crisis, could be demolished. I hate child predators. I hate them. I hate them more than any disease that's ever existed. I'm going to talk about this. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is your girl Miss Analytical, and I am back with another one. So this morning I was on Lipstick Alley, and I happened upon an article that was posted about Hosea Chanchez. So for those of you who do not know who he is the guy that played Malik El-Dabaj right on the sitcom The Game. He was a football player on the game, and his mother, Tasha, was his agent manager situation. She was, real ghetto and stuff, but she was very good with business. I have to say this. I was not a fan of The Game, but I was happy to see black people winning and getting money. Now, Hosea Chanchez is his name. He is from Montgomery, Alabama. And when he was at the age of 14, his friend's father molested him. He gives the man's name. His name is Isaac Sanders. He was the former vice president. He's a former vice president of advancement at East Stroudsburg University. And he is a predator because he was being sued for molestation of a minor as well. So we're going to go into this because he shared this experience of himself being a victim. He shared this yesterday. And it pretty much goes a little something like this. Before these words got here now, they have been written and erased many, many, many times. This time, I made a choice to be man enough, human enough, brave enough, maybe even crazy enough to keep them here. So here goes. About a year or so ago, I remember something I'd tried my whole life to forget. Actually, I didn't try. I intentionally forgot. I remember the conversation I had with myself when I was around 14. I convinced myself that no one needed to hear about this. People will judge me. People won't care either way, and the truth could only hurt me, my family, and everyone else's families. So I locked it away until now. It was summer, and I was about 14. I'd gotten a ride home from my friend's father, who this day seemed insistent upon dropping me off himself. It seemed odd until I later realized he had been preparing me for this long ride home for a while. A week before this day, my friend's dad was asking me what type of girls I liked and if I had sex with a girl yet. He kept saying, "I bet you have the girl screaming with that big D-I-C-K. I bet you can C-U-M a lot." I didn't know it at the time, but he was trying to see where my boundaries were. He was using a false hyper masculinity as a way to sniff out my comfort level with sex and privacy. This became a regular conversation where he asked me questions about sex and wondering what girls think about me sexually. But for some reason, he would never ask me anything around his son, which was my friend, or anyone else. It was only with me, and always when no one else was around. Little did I know those secret conversations were his way of testing my level of privacy and secret keeping with him. I was always uncomfortable and shy about talking about sex with him. Obviously, I was only 14. which was the perfect personality trait for this predator to prey on shy and introverted. That's how some predators start, by finding your child's weak, innocent, shy spots and exploiting them through the lens of secrets, sex, masculinity, girls, and trust. Parents of boys, please pay attention to this. He knew my father wasn't in my life and my mother was a single mom. So he would always tell me I was like his other son. So I can trust he's always looking out for me. Further builds in my trust and commitment to his predatory agenda. I'm choosing to come forward with it now in hopes that my truth helps to free someone else from guilt and shame at the hands of a predator, rapist, pedophile. I hope it helps to stop someone else from being molested, raped, assaulted, and taken advantage of as a kid. I often wonder if he's done doing this to other kids. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if he left this earth and I didn't hold him accountable for what he did to me or any other kid. So in an effort to heal the damage that's been done, I'm choosing to expose him now, to finally hold this man accountable for his actions. Isaac Sanders is a disgusting pervert, a punk, a coward, a sexual predator, a rapist, and worst of all, he's a pedophile. This man molested me when I was 14 years old, and for years I was afraid to face this truth. As a man, a black man, I always thought acknowledging this would make me less of a man. I was afraid to be judged, talked about, laughed at, or even worse, not believed at all. I asked God to help me become the best me I can be, and in the process, allow my life to inspire, uplift, and heal someone else's pain and trauma. I pray to God this truth helps someone. I pray to God it helps me. The end, the beginning, Hosea E. Chanchez. The fact that he named who the person was, that's very courageous, and I'm proud of him. Looking at this man's photo, you could tell he's a molester. I'm just gonna come out and say he has that predatory look. He looks like a predator. He just comes off as a predator to me. But you know what's funny though? These predators only prey on the children that don't have any fathers in the home. It's very rare when they prey on them that has a father in the home. Unless the father is quiet, they're not going to go for it, because they know they will get their ass whooped.